One of Kyle's best characteristics of his game is just his well-roundedness. He's got a great forehand. His backhand is top-notch. His putt is dangerous from distance. His approach game is touchy, it's soft, it's accurate. What does he not have? And that's what you need on a course like Nevin. We talk about Ricky's scramble game. Well, let's talk about Kyle's. He can get himself out of position with all these creative throws. That's a big service to you here at Nevin. I don't think Isaac thinks he's got to play better. I think there's a few places he could probably improve from his round 3 performance, but I think his game plan is solid. I mean, he's the slow and steady wins the race type of player. Even though he normally is getting a lot of birdies, playing under par consistently in Nevin is a feat in itself. His rounds have all been pretty consistent so far. His putting's been pretty good. He's made some long putts, but he's also missed some short ones. If he's gonna chase down Ricky, he's gotta make sure he's locking it all up. He's gotta make his putts, he's gotta keep throwing it down the middle of the fairway, and who knows, he could make a little late charge for this title.
Adam's in a weird situation because he's been playing so hot from the +2 that he shot, and then 8 under course record, the craziest birdie streak, on the entire course. He's gonna have to go low early. I think if he goes low early, if he gets a nice little stretch like he had before, early in the round, he's got a chance because he's playing pretty free. He's playing with free money, essentially. But if he doesn't, he could get behind the 8 ball a little bit. With Ricky, I mean, the guy is just on a shred fest, not just this year. You look at last year and what he did down the stretch. It was eerily similar watching him nail that putt on 18 with the reaction that he had. He's a momentum guy. When momentum's on his side, we've all said it, one of the best front runners of all time. Scary person to be in front of you. He needs a win for himself, sure. He's just trying to win every tournament.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Disc Golf Pro Tour Championships. We're in the finals, the front 9 of the last round, and we have MPO league card here. It all comes down to this.
Yes, it does.
The season. This is it, man. This is the last front 9 intro we do.
I know, and what a way to finish. You know what I mean? And to get started, we have just some players that are making the hardest course I've ever played look like child's play.
So easy.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at Matt Keats Memorial here at Nevin Park. 10,000 feet. This redesign is so tough. And it's so cool to say Charlotte, #1 disc golf city in the US, according to UDISC places. Home to 21 courses and 130 courses in the surrounding area. I've played like 12 of them. I mean, that is just crazy how many courses are available here, but the woods are tricky here, and you're going to see that. This course is going to challenge these top players, but Ricky Wysocki didn't seem very challenged yesterday on the back 9, did he, Paul?
No, he didn't. He's actually just destroying the place with his birdie percentage.
C1, C2, and parked all at first place. Wait, how? Fairway's got... Kyle Klein's has got a bunch of first places. I mean, these guys...
85% in these woods as far as fairway hits. That's an impressive stat. I don't know if there's another stat that's more impressive.
Keep an eye on this guy. I mean, 2 over in the first qualifying round, then 8 under, and then yesterday he went on the 8-hole birdie streak. Adam Hammes, if he gets off to a good early start, he could be a problem for Ricky and for Kyle, who are currently the top 2 players.
Yeah.
Isaac Robinson, what a season. I wonder if Isaac were to make a charge here and take this thing down, if he might overtake what I think is a shoo-in for Player of the Year with Calvin Heimberg. I mean, it might not even be a shoo-in.
Yeah.
Isaac Robinson, 2 wins this year, both majors, and only 2 runner-up finishes. Calvin Heimberg has, 3 wins, but 5 runner-up finishes? So he's had such an incredible season. Anyways, it's been a great year. Ricky Wysocki, 10 under yesterday. He's got the keys to the car right now, and he's in the driver's seat.
This looks like it's a bit left. Not enough height to get the turn.
And that's going to be severely obstructed.
Same spot he's been in last couple rounds, actually. Kind of tucked in on the left.
Mm-hmm. And Adam Hammes with the door open, potentially an opportunity to put one close and maybe chip into that lead a little bit from Ricky, as he looks like he's out of position.
Yeah, Adam Hammes and Kyle Klein.
I am just all over. I apologize for that one, Kyle.
He actually sneaks through. It's going to be a little tricky in there, but that's better than the throw was, I think, the result. And
here's Kyle Klein. You took it from me, dang it. No, but this is the same story for Adam as for Kyle, as for Isaac. Got to get off to an early start, a good early start. And Adam, off early foliage, he's going to be trying to get up and down to save the par.
Rounding out our card, please join me in welcoming Mr. Isaac Robinson.
Love the angle he's been throwing these shots with last couple rounds. Heavy on the anhyzer out the hand.
Does that have the height?
I don't think it does, but I do like the angle.
Yeah,
it's not the height.
It's shaped the fairway nicely, but yeah, it's going to be deep C2 for Isaac. So it doesn't look like anyone really put a lot of pressure. I think Kyle's got to look for the birdie, but it's not in C1.
That's pretty good. Little work left, but number one in circle one putting. Adam Hammis should be able to clean that up. This looks pretty dang good.
Wow, great effort. That just buzzed the right side.
Stayed fairly close, too.
Yeah, that's the best case scenario, isn't it? And Ricky going Spike Heiser. Putt in dead center. Let's go, Ricky.
Look at the reaction, too.
Oh, he made me say, like, let's go, because that's what he's yelling to the crowd.
I mean, when you see this guy start
come
fist
on,
pumping and looking at the crowd.
That's dead center, man.
And that's intimidating.
The width on that putt, the width and height, and for it to just come crashing in there perfectly, I mean, dude is dialed in.
And not only that, but we've mentioned this before with Ricky. He's all about momentum. That's a good way to start a round.
Yeah, I'd say so. And Kyle, he's off the mark. Adam in for the par. So with Ricky out of position off the tee, an opportunity for all these guys to maybe chip into the lead. Nope, other way around. Ricky is going to take a stroke on the card, and he will open up a four-shot lead over Kyle just like that. That putt was so nasty.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people who can even get it to the basket from a knee from that position without going like to the side. Like you see typically a bunch of people throwing like a sidearm turnover, give it a little soft bid. Impressive.
What a highlight start.
Hey everyone, I want to let you know today's video is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. If you're an NFL or college football fan, you know that the season is heating up with big plays and a potential for even bigger wins. So I'm here to share an exciting offer for you. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets. That's right, new customers bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Whether you're a Saturday college football fan or diehard for NFL, DraftKings has betting options for you. DraftKings customers can also get skin in the game with same-game parlays. Combine multiple bets from the same game for a shot at an even bigger payout. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have the chance to win cash prizes. So all you have to do to get started is download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code Jomez and bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code Jomez only at DraftKings Sportsbook. All right, let's get back to the video.
All right, let's go into hole 2, par 3, 366. This is a tricky one. Left to right turn through a bunch of trees. Typically, you would think birdie hole, but this one's caused some fits to our lead card in the past. We've seen bogeys, double bogeys. We also have seen the birdies. Let's see if they can line this one up correctly. Get past the initial gap. Par's usually secure. This is early left. And he splits the trees a little nick.
And another tricky Ricky, a double tricky Ricky. That's a rare one right there, folks.
And that's a lucky shot. You don't want to be left. And that spells problems for everybody else. This is what you're looking for.
Yeah.
This is the correct line.
Kyle
getting through some trees.
Yeah, he is.
Circle's edge. Outside, actually, probably.
His putting has been spot on. for quite a bit. Kyle is definitely not scared of making a putt from that distance, even on an elevated basket, as Adam careens off to the left side.
And honestly, I think that one was closer to the correct line than Ricky's. That's how fortunate Ricky is to get through.
Ricky's backhand line has been trying that left side wide route every round. He hasn't been trying to take the same route that Kyle's going on the inside.
I think that's a miss.
Each one. Interesting.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. What an approach shot for Isaac. Man, way out of position after the early miss. You can't keep affording to be missing these par threes with Ricky in circle putting for another birdie.
Oh, no.
If he wants to take down this title and get his revenge on what Ricky did last year.
Adam gets back to the fairway, but we're going to get one of those bogeys minimum. What we've seen.
Like to minimize the damage, he's going to have to make a putt from 25 to 28 feet to save the bogey. Meanwhile, Kyle to not potentially lose a stroke to Ricky. Yeah.
Big time putt right there.
Yep.
Big time putt. You know Ricky's close. Already gave up one-on-one. This guy's putts just looked fantastic all week.
It's just as automatic as it gets. We give credit to so many different players for their putting ability. I still, for me, when Eagle McMahon gets hot and when Ricky Wysocki get hot, I'll take their putt over any player in the world. Their putt seems so repeatable, and Ricky has obviously been repeating it for nearly 12 years. Ooh, Isaac. Able to save the par. A little saucy on that left side, but that sticks in the basket. Got to see a chase card star frame. I was out there today. It was pretty impressive on 2.
Ooh, that is impressive.
Off to a good start. Eagle McMahon from third card. He is 400 through the first 5, and he's actually in the top 3. That's incredible. Trying to make some moves. As we fly over the par 4 third, 630 feet, uphill the entire way. It nearly plays like a 800-foot par 4, but the tee shot, very important as it moves right to left. Got to make sure that you get around the corner, but you cannot fade off to the left side or right side, otherwise you will have almost nothing on your second shot.
Ricky's been going with the sidearm turnover. This is great height if it can keep going left.
I love it. Yes.
Oh, that is picture perfect. You know, to bring up your point about Eagle McMahon, this course is so hard. Typically, you see somebody in front of the card, right? And they go on a birdie streak, and it's not that important because there's a birdie fest.
Yes.
But on this course, somebody gaining that many strokes, those strokes could stick.
Yeah, but the birdies here mean a lot.
Yeah.
They mean a lot, and Ricky's already off he's got 2 of them. Person who needs it the least is getting greedy out here with birdies. Set up for another good drive here on 3.
Adam, this is inside. This is going to be over by those 4 trees where the gaps become very small.
I'm excited to watch Adam play this course today. Even though he's off to a slow start, the way he's played this course the last 2 rounds, I hope he gets on one of these runs and we get to see that magic that's brought him here to the lead card today.
Absolutely.
Isaac a little short with his turnover. Once again, he's looking at par at best, most likely.
Here's Adam. Can it get fast? Oh, boy, that is a bad kick. He's in front of the Mando, though. It looked like he made the Mando.
The mandatory? Oh, is that the protect Forest tee box?
Yeah.
I wasn't even really aware of the mandatory. Oh, Kyle. And he looks like he nearly split the gap, but that kick so far left, it's close to going out of bounds. I think he stayed safe, but that could have been disaster for Kyle as Ricky's got an opportunity to get another birdie perhaps. This is a little overturned and it's not going to get up to the circle.
He thinks it did.
Yeah, sure. It made it around the corner from his perspective. I'm sure he thinks he's up there close, but going to have to make one count from 70 feet if he wants to get his 3rd straight birdie.
Adam goes roller, catches some stuff. That's not great. He's probably going to be giving up another bogey stroke there.
Yeah, you got to imagine bogey start. 2 over through the first 3 for Adam. That's
not the best start.
It's going to be, I mean, you don't want to say his day is over for becoming the champion, but he's got his work cut out for him. Unless he can make this and save, that would be an incredible momentum boost.
Yeah, a little 90-footer. Unless he can make this.
Oh, come on. What is that, 90 feet?
It looks like it, man.
Oh, my goodness. Adam Hammis from forever.
I'm surprised the hat
This is from Davidson.
Yeah.
The next county over.
One thing about Adam, he loves the woods. I remember the battle he had where he first came on the scene with Calvin over at Jackson, where he had the flow going, and he was catching his hat and just draining 80
I don't think
footers.
he even cared about catching his hat. It was just flying all over the place.
Yeah.
That was a special round. Isaac's bid for birdie comes up short.
Ricky, can he do it?
Oh, my goodness. No. All right. Well, see you later, I guess.
Oh, my. Let's watch that in slow motion.
Are you for real?
A lot of times when Ricky makes these, he's going to be raptor legging in there. He's not. He's looking at the crowd. He's looking at the competitors and saying, this is serious time.
You just got to love the way he plays with that kind of heart. You look at the style of like, I don't know, like a Macbeth. He might show a little emotion from time to time, but he's kind of like the transition from Ricky. He goes Macbeth with a little bit of emotion to Calvin Heimberg, who has not shown any emotion one time ever. Just the most stoic player ever. But Ricky feeds off that energy. He loves the fist bump. He loves looking back at the crowd and saying, did y'all see that? Let's go. Ricky 3 for 3. Wow.
Been rocking these polos all year. I love the breathability and comfortability. They've allowed me to perform at a high level. Check them out at flightfactorydisc.com.
Hole 4, par 4, 710. Just flew by the Guardian back there. Really got to just miss that one. They're going to be going mid-range putter off the tee to try to get in a good position so they can have about 380 into the pin. They've really just figured out this hole. Landed short, landed in the fairway. Easy hyzer.
Yeah, this hole is supposed to be hard.
Not when you can dissect it with those.
Ooh.
Doesn't get past the Guardian.
That's a little bit of trouble. Ricky has some history here on this hole. I believe he took a double bogey last year coming down the stretch when this was actually at the time hole 16.
Yeah, he tried to go.
And it looked like he had lost the tournament and ended up coming up with a miraculous birdie on 18 and forcing a playoff.
With this man.
But yeah, Ricky knows that big numbers can be taken on this hole, but normally it requires being kicked off to the right side. Ricky is at least off to the left side where he should be able to manufacture some kind of forward scramble. That's inside for Adam as well, and that's going to kick off to that dreaded right side. Adam's still off to a very slow start. And you get a good illustration here why you do not want to be on this side of the fairway.
But this looks like a pretty... it's tight on the right again.
A good shot out still leaves you in a bad place.
Ricky just going to play position golf here. Just get it to the fairway. Burns it. Needs to push to the right side. I think he does.
Yeah, it should be okay. Especially if it had any kind of roll out to the right side, it'll improve his chances even more.
Isaac needs the height. This looks great.
Yeah. We've seen that a few times.
Yeah, they make the hole look easy, and let me promise you, it is not.
I mean, a low ceiling 380-foot shot through the woods. Not easy. I don't care who you are.
And one of the things we don't really talk about because you can't really see is even their footing is a little bad too.
Yes.
This is a good shot right here.
Really good shot for Kyle.
You're actually running uphill, which takes a lot of power off of any shot that you throw. Ricky's in the flat, no problem. But back there where they're throwing it, it is uphill.
Okay. Ricky in some serious damage here, or in danger of taking damage to the scorecard. The birdie streak will come to an end, but will it be a par or bogey?
Look at this shot. If this gets through.
That is awesome.
That is so hard to do.
That's another great scramble for Adam.
Love tap, too, back to the basket.
He deserved it. Ricky to save par.
Just outside, it looks like. Oh, what are we watching?
We're watching a guy who, I mean, all-time great front runner in our sport. And they were talking about this on live a bit. There are good players, there are great players, and there are forever players. And
I like that.
And Wysocki is a forever guy. He's for so many reasons, he is going to be one of those all-time greats.
Yeah, well, to put it into perspective, you could cut his career in 4s, and all those careers are Hall of Famers. That's insane.
Oof. Won a major his rookie season.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just insane stuff. Ricky saving the par, but Kyle Klein able to get one stroke closer. It's now a 4-shot deficit for Kyle, but they are sitting pretty above the rest of the field right now. So we take a look at the par 5 fifth, 1,052 feet. You're going to require a low ceiling drive that is driven far to try to get as close to this wood line as you can. From there, it's still always a very difficult shot to get all the way around the corner, putting yourself into some kind of position to get to this newly lengthened basket that's about 80 feet past the FPO pin. There is OB on the left side, so you have to avoid going too far to the left.
Kyle gets the birdie, takes the box. Hopefully
Beautiful.
He can throw a little dime, put a little pressure on. That's all you got to do. You have to just keep throwing good shots. It's not going to take spectacular to get back in. It's just going to take consistency. And guess what Kyle is?
Yeah, 2 through 4. He is playing spectacular.
Well, no, but he's just that consistent player is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
He's unassuming, and he's just going to keep throwing good shots after good shots, and that's what he has to do. A lot of people think that chasing somebody like Ricky, it takes this miraculous play, but you can't go there because then you get out of and you're taking bogeys and you're trying to be too aggressive.
Well, here's this flex play that you were talking. Ricky likes to play that right side over the top, and it's not good.
That is bad.
And with Kyle off to a terrific start here on 5, Ricky in the woods, could be another opportunity for Kyle to get closer.
Oh. Seen that before. That is the miss when you're trying to throw that flex play is that tree on the right. You don't even see it on the tee. You don't even think about it. And all of a sudden you throw and you're like, wait a second. And
I think Adam was a little fortunate in some ways to not be farther in the woods with the right kick. Second shot forehand off to that left side, which is a no-go on this fairway. You have to stay on the right side just like the hole before.
Ricky, fortunate to even get that much from in there.
Totally was. And fortunate that it didn't continue going past that tree that he ended up hitting.
Yeah. There's a mandatory over there. I don't think it had anything to do with that.
No, he just would be, it's just harder to advance on your next shot from the more left you go.
And honestly, from the place these guys are landing, it's a pretty big gap, but we've seen almost nobody kind of get through there all the way through, and it's really not that difficult. Let's see if Kyle can. This is pulled. Can it get through, though?
Well, the right side's the cleanest side. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Boy.
It didn't hit anything. It skipped all the way up there.
Yeah, that's almost 100 feet, maybe 150 feet.
So it looks like Kyle most certainly will be getting at least a stroke here on Ricky. Can Ricky get up and down to save the par, to not lose more than one stroke?
Well, this is his third shot, so he just needs to get back into
Also, I'm saying he's got to get up and then up again and then down for the par.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Up and down. And I think he's done a pretty good job of doing that, at least the first part.
Yeah, now he just needs to get up and down.
The up part has been taken care of. Now we need to get the up and down part.
This is Adam's having some problems. That's going to be a bogey.
That thing was still rolling.
Yeah.
I don't know where that ended up, but
That's left. Look at it over
yes,
there.
it's not good, but it might not be very, very bad either.
Well, it's not circle 2.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, correct. He is not. Isaac is, and that putt will be for the birdie. It looks like Adam does have a lane to the pin, so he should be able to save the bogey if he can put this close. And he will, but once again, Adam going the opposite direction. Just a reminder as Ricky lines up this approach, this is the biggest payout in disc golf history. Obviously, these guys are trying to gun for first place, $40,000 payout, but there is a lot of money going all the way down to 12th place. So every stroke is important because it could end up being a $2,000 to $5,000 stroke at the end.
Yes. This is honestly what I worried about with Adam. Getting off to a slow start, the win's gone. He's not winning. You know, if he birdies out, you probably still don't win.
Yeah, even a miracle. He's going to need multiple.
Yeah, and so do you start thinking about the money and maybe that gets you more engaged because now the wind's gone and maybe that can calm him down. But at some point, he's got to start playing a little more free.
Isaac. Oh, airball left, airball right. When have you ever? I cannot recall an airball situation for Isaac in recent memory, and that is going to be a very painful bogey to take. Ricky able to scrap up the par, but he's going to lose strokes to Kyle on back-to-back holes now. And it's right back to where we started, I believe.
Yeah.
Back to 3 strokes. Kyle, tap in birdie. Can't really imagine playing that hole any better than that. Yeah, it's
a nice throw.
It's pretty beautiful. And Eagle's start continues. He is 7 under through 10.
Best start we've seen for sure.
I kind of thought the back 9 was a harder 9. But the streaks that we have seen have been in this middle section that have bled into the back 9. Nobody has ever done anything so far this week that has been crazy in the front 9. But Eagle out there making some noise from the third card.
Now let's get into another par 5. Over 1,000 feet, up the hill, around the corner. Got to beat a Mando, hyzer into a nice spot, and then pick your poison. Roller, sidearm, turnover. Want to get on the right side after this tee shot. This looks great. This looks perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And then you got to go over a out of bounds ditch, a very tight little fairway to get to the basket. Lots of OB on this hole, so this is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. Smoked.
Ricky high, and
he's thrown this
landing
shot so good.
Right in the fairway. Yeah, he has had no problems on this hole. He actually did have some problems yesterday. I think he ended up taking an ill-advised bogey, but his tee shots have put him in a really good position.
I actually really like this change. I think the par 5 adds a few extra strokes for people, makes people get aggressive. The other one was an easy par if you wanted.
Easy par, nearly impossible birdie.
This one you can't play for par, really.
Yeah, right.
It's tough.
You're trying to get the birdie, but I agree. When I initially saw the proposed change, I didn't quite understand it, and now after seeing it played, I'm totally on board.
Isaac with a roller.
And he's beating the gap trees, and this is going off to the right side. This is a little short, though.
Yep.
We've seen most of the rollers get at least another 100 feet down the fairway or so.
But it's on the right side, so it does open up the gap that he wants to hit.
Ricky, this is not turned over. This is in danger of going out of bounds.
Yeah, it needs.
It is definitely out of bounds.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's. OB is on
opens
the
up-
left side fairway, and it's hard to go OB left. Ricky really off the mark there with that second shot. And don't look now. I mean, Ricky in serious danger of bogeying.
You can't.
And Kyle with a great tee shot. He's in a great position to throw one more good shot and get a birdie. And just like that, Kyle could be one shot back if this plays out the way it looks like it might.
Let's see if he can do it. Roller gets below the branches. Thank goodness. This needs to get right.
Is it going to get right enough?
No.
It's going to leave him with probably that same forehand turnover approach that we've seen him throw in other rounds.
And I want to go back to Adam's roller. That was fantastic. In a perfect spot.
Yes. Down the hill, off to the right side, exactly where you want to be. Oh, nice. Oh, not nice.
A little root backspin.
That was not nice. That was a rude root.
Kyle trying the sidearm turnover. Yeah. Oh.
Don't
Sit.
go too far forward.
Okay.
Okay.
Pretty much cements the par, I think.
Yes. That was a huge window for Kyle to walk through, and fortunately, he's hit the door pretty hard.
I like this play. Adam going through the fat part of the fairway, not trying to work it from left to right, not trying to be cute, just get a putt.
You mean right to left?
Well, he could have
Or
worked
any
the sidearm.
kind of, yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Safe.
No,
OB.
Ricky's OB. He's gone from OB to
That's
OB.
a terrible mistake.
And Ricky, when he probably was starting to think things were safe, now things are anything but.
He's got to make that. If he doesn't, it'll only be a one-stroke lead. Oh, on target, but
His putting is
That's a
phenomenal.
that's a double bogey.
Wow, Ricky going to lose 2 strokes here.
That's just something you can't do. You know, like you have to protect your lead. Double bogey is just shouldn't be an option on a hole like this. Like you could get pars so easy.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, I mean, not that he would, but he could totally just forehand that shot to be safe. Might not get as far down the fairway as he'd like, but you know, you'd also you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Yeah,
Ricky's
he's
an
all
aggressive
gas.
player. His safe play is to go for things, you know, and so I don't think that he's really in a position yet to start playing safe.
No, but hindsight, you know, that's our
Yeah,
job.
Of course, of course. It doesn't look like a smart decision now that he's double bogeyed it. But look now, oh my goodness, Kyle Klein, one shot back and slow and steady. Man, I would have not thought that through 6 holes after the first 3 that we would have a one-shot ball game.
With a smooth, clean shave, every day is a clean slate. So who cares if you put all your money in crypto and called your boss an idiot? Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Well, for a momentum player, that momentum is all but gone going into the, I don't want to say impossible to birdie, but it seems nearly impossible to birdie at times. Hole 7, 700 feet. The best way to get there in 2 shots is to throw probably an inside turnover or an inside forehand that doesn't go all the way to the bottom of the hill, because the best route to the pin is through the inside of the next part of the fairway.
Oh, this might be the best we've seen. Yeah, got past that one.
He's shaped down the right side, and it wasn't moving enough to the right.
Yeah, I thought that was more stable. It must have flipped up. We switched to the catch cam a little too quick there. Boink.
Oh, that was so close. Kyle probably loved that out of his hands. As soon as he got past the first tree, you got to be thinking, I'm home free.
I'll tell you what, that second kick was much needed. Isaac makes this look like a backhand hole, but let me tell you that angle is very tough.
This was hole 2 last year, and it was a shorter tee pad and a shorter basket. It was par 3. And it was like, it's a forehand hole only. And Isaac was just dicing this up with backhands like it was a backhand hole only. And I just had never seen anyone shape the line on this hole like that. Isaac does well here in this little stretch of the course.
Ricky, big problems.
And another tree kick right. But look at the forward momentum it has.
Oh
no.
That's a lovely kick, I think.
You think?
I think so.
Oh,
I think it gives him options. And when you're stuck in the right side, there's one gap.
There's only one gap.
And there's this way he has options, I think. Hold on.
Fortunate.
Another fortunate.
Yeah, two good-looking releases out of Kyle's hand, honestly, and they both just barely hit a tiny thing in the way, and Kyle's momentum is slightly halted.
Adam going wide. Pretty good to get there. Long putt.
Trying to not take another bogey. This is what Isaac's left with after the beautiful tee shot.
One to beat, doesn't beat it. Now he's got a 35-footer with a
where he has
tree.
not been comfortable this round. So Ricky, to try to save the par, has to go inside sidearm, turnover.
I like that line, and that is pretty good to get to circle's edge.
And that's a place that he has been feeling very comfortable. So good shot for Rick. Gives him an opportunity.
How many double bogeys has that guy had this week?
I'm more interested in the number of birdies.
I'm not. A billion birdies. But you just can't. There's nobody else in the field who can take double bogeys like that guy and just be okay. It's just fine.
It's crazy. He's as resilient as they come, that's for sure. Adam for another one.
Center.
And that's a birdie. I thought he hit early tree. That is a birdie.
Yep.
I apologize. I thought that he was scrambling to try to save the par. And in fact, it's back-to-back birdies now for Adam, who is now even par for the round.
He said, give me that. Two great putts from him. And there he is.
Nice hit.
Almost impossible birdie. These guys made good two different ways. Sidearm, backhand, backhand.
Adam birdied this hole the last two rounds, and I think he got it one other round. It's pretty crazy. But Ricky, he's going to follow up his double bogey with a bogey, and Kyle has now tied things up at 10 under par.
Good putt from Kyle.
Wow. How fast.
Speechless, man. This guy's a U.S. champion. He's playing well, but he's closed the deal. And like I said, the way that he plays, how well-rounded his game is, he doesn't have a weak spot. He's good at putting, he's good at backhand, he's good at touch, he's good at sidearms, he's good at sidearm touch, turnovers, you call
everything.
He's good at it. He's
also good at being 5 back 4 holes ago and now being tied. He's really good at that.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people who are good at that.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't imagine a situation where Ricky has ever given up 5-stroke lead in 4 holes in the last round of a tournament. And in fact, coming into this round, he was 17 of 17 in situations where he had a 3-shot lead at an Elite Series or Major of winning the tournament.
That's ridiculous.
The best front runner in history.
I like this flex play Adam just played. Heavy on the Anheuser. Yeah, get to that left side.
How many times have you had a 3-shot lead going into the last round and then still won?
At an Elite Series once. I'm 1 for 1, baby.
Did you have 3 strokes going into the last round?
No, I had 12.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll never forget it. 2011 Brent Hamrick Memorial.
Yeah, I had a 12-stroke lead. So it was, these guys are making this hole look easy.
Well, not the second shot, but the third shot.
But I've never had a lead going into the last round besides that.
I'll never forget your throw in there on the 9th hole in the final 9.
Long time ago, a lot of time to forget, so I appreciate it.
And Ricky, after the 3 over and 2 hole stretch, comes back firing with a great tee shot. It will be a birdie here on the 8th.
And Isaac has not been playing this hole very well the last couple of rounds. Early left. I mean, he's lucky to get out with a par. You kick far enough left in there, and it's a nightmare situation.
Isn't it surprising?
It is. It's kind of his shot
it's
shape.
It's his shot shape, exactly. I'm shocked to not see him one time get through.
Adam, though, 3 in a row. Are we going to see 8 again?
Well, this is the stretch where he's been putting them together, so I hope so.
Kyle answers.
Keeping it going, Kyle Klein.
Yeah.
He's now
Answers the
4
call.
under on the front. And that's officially a really good score on the front 9. If he can get a birdie on 9 and go 5 down, that is getting it done. But Ricky, he's not going to lose a stroke again. He's tired of that nonsense. You know what, Paul? We get to see whether or not Isaac's drive wraps around that same route 4 rounds in a row.
I'm so excited. They better show those other ones. I'm sure they forgot.
They probably forgot. They're a busy crew. Look at that, though. A tie at the top.
All right, here we go. Hole 9, par 4, 580. There's a route that if you land by right here on the left, you got a fairway of gold all the way down to the basket. Get over this little, what is that? I think that's
It's a log.
That's a log.
Yeah, we established that last week.
Yep. If you get over that, you can fly your way to the green with a little touch. If you don't have touch and you get over that log, there is out of bounds to be had behind. So very, very well designed hole. I like this one.
I do too. And that being said, it is still on the easier side of the par 4s here at Nevin.
Adam with a fortunate break to get through everything. It is going to be tight to the corner right there, so he's going to have to scramble for the birdie. Kyle's been throwing this deep route, which you had mentioned. You really want to push the backside if you want to hold on to the fairway. He doesn't, but it looks like he takes a pretty good kick. Does Ricky throw it far enough?
Yeah, I think so. But here's that hook part. Oh, that's what we haven't seen. Oh, never mind. That was a whole roller coaster, no pun intended. But I am so excited. Come on, Isaac.
Oh.
It's a different line. It's a different line.
Is he going to go to... No.
Oh, it's in the vicinity, but it's not the same shot 4 rounds in a row. So a big time letdown for Isaac Robinson right now. It's very disappointing. He's in the fairway. He's got a great shot at birdie, but
Look at this shot from Kyle. That was pretty good. It gives him a chance. That's a scary putt,
very
though.
scary putt.
I mean,
Yeah, he's in great position. I'm still not happy about it.
no.
Keep flipping, and that's going to get a good forward skip.
Yeah, that's a 45-footer.
Yeah.
Adam, being on the right side is bad, but there's a bunch of little gaps, and this will hit one of the trees, yeah.
There's a bunch of little gaps. There's also a bunch of little saplings.
Yeah, saplings. Who wants those? Nobody.
Ricky with the turn. This is looking pretty good. Pretty good.
He's
shot.
somebody that if you played catch with, it'd be a fun time.
Yeah, they just land. They just nestle. Mm-hmm. Catch it with your teeth. Very touchy approach for Adam. And a nice pace. Good delivery. Good accuracy. That'll be a par.
I'm like a 70% catch guy. Like
I don't even know
like
what
you're
that
going to have
means.
to be running. 25% of the time.
Put on your running shoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be able to sit there and take a break for a couple throws, and then right out of nowhere, you're running. You got to go get that one. Isaac.
This would be nice. And it is a little more metal than Isaac would like. Well, not the right type.
Yeah. Better than an air ball down into that out of bounds, though.
Had a few air balls on the front 9.
Maybe that's what he was thinking.
Adam's birdie streak comes to an end at 3. And Kyle will take a par. And it looks like Ricky will be reclaiming that lead with a short putt here.
Kind of what he does. He goes 3 over in 2 holes, and then all of a sudden might be the worst thing that ever happened to you. Because he gets angry, and then he goes on birdie streaks that nobody else can do.
Calvin Heimberg shooting a hot front 9 as well. Surprise, surprise, it's just you can never count him out. That being said, Still 5 back of the lead here with Ricky Wysocki at 12 under par. Eagle McMahon, he is out of it for the win, you'd got to imagine, but a solid round being put together right now. These guys, I mean, there's so much to play for with final 9 holes of the season. The money, the prestige. Who's going to do it? Who's going to put it together?
Yeah, and I'll put it into his perspective. Look at the bottom few guys, best players in the world. Anthony Barilla just having a great season. Nicholas Antal having a great season. And 4 to 1 under is where they are after 2 rounds. That's how hard this place is. So let's not underappreciate what these guys are doing at the top. They are playing phenomenal golf.
That's right. Well, guys, I hate to say it, but this is the last time we're going to say goodbye from the front 9 this season. But 2023 season has to come to a close at some point, and it will after these final 9 holes, where we will crown the 2023 Disc Golf Pro Tour champion here at Nevin Park. Who will take down the $40,000? Come back to find out.
Yeah, let's see how it plays out, Jerm.